Stress is a motherfucker. I don't know. When I quit drinking, all of a sudden I was like, oh, dreams.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember these,
I think I need to.
and they
I
were
don't
all
know.
terrible. It's like,
I was
fuck.
actually talking to my doctor too. I think I need to like do something about like stress management, like being angry and stuff, and like like I'll be at
Stress.
work. I'll be at work, and I will get like really fucking pissed off sometimes, and
Same, man. Dude, you're not
just
alone there. I'm
I
the
just
same
don't need to
fucking
be.
way.
Yeah, but I just don't need to be getting that upset about something that you know what I mean. Like it's all gonna be there
Dude,
tomorrow. Like
do you guys
nobody's even gonna remember me doing it in 5 years. You know what I mean? We'll be on to the next buildings, next equipment, next whatever. No one's gonna remember this shit. So why am I getting so fucking crazy about it? I don't know.
do you ever do like a thing do you guys ever do a thing where it's like, I don't know, I get this thought a lot of like, if it can be fucking annoying, it'll be fucking annoying. Like, if there's something that it has to be the most annoying fucking thing possible. Like, I have to be in a rush and I have to drop something, and then I have to be doing something and someone didn't put it back, or this has to rip while I'm trying to use this, or we have to run out of this when I really need this, because everything has to be the most fucking annoying thing fucking possible. Like, I can't not live where the world isn't so fucking annoying.
Yeah, and you're like, what? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? That's what's always going through my head. I'm like, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. I'm not that talented. What the fuck is wrong with you people? This is not that hard of a job. You know what I mean?
Why do I
it's
see
fucking
this?
not, dude. It really isn't. You two have no experience doing any of it, and I could fucking teach it to you in 6 months. I swear to God. It just drives me nuts. It's just a complete lack of like, what's the best way to say it? It's like there's no willingness to like want to fucking soak it in and be better.
Give a shit.
Yeah, it's
you
so
know what
annoying.
gets me too, Liam? You probably don't see this that much. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they have it in your job, but an office job.
I got office fuckers. I deal with them all the time.
Okay, well, but I'm saying like in an office scenario, if you want to do good and if you want to do more or do better, there's so many people that try to shit on you, being like, oh, this is getting annoying. Oh, I really like this, but why do they always gotta do this? Or like they try and shit on you to upper management, so like to bring you down when you're just trying to do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they try and
they're not like, is this really necessary? Do we like we used to do it this way, and that's what everybody's used to. Are we really saving by doing it that way? Blah, 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 blah.
One of the restaurants at the casino I manage, they did I got there in September and they did their yearly reviews. Everybody in the restaurant got out of 5, got a 1 on service because the reviews of the service of the restaurant were so bad. And so I'm constantly having these conversations where we do something. People are like, well, that's not how we used to do it. And I'm like, that's why I didn't get a fucking bonus last year, dude.
Yeah.
Right. That's not how we used to do it. Because we used to suck real bad. And now we only suck a little. And hopefully in 3 months, we'll have just the tiniest amount of suck. And then 3 months after that, we might actually be decent. But I don't care. I can't stand well, that's not the way we used to do it. No, we also used to ride around in horses and buggies. We don't do that's the worst excuse for anything in the entire world.
Excuse.
It's well, we didn't used to do it that way. We didn't used to do a lot of things that way. You know what we used to do? Die during childbirth all the time. We don't do that as much anymore. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We used to die at 30. That's what we used to do.
Imagine if people were imagine if it was 200 years ago and you're like, hey, before you perform surgery on me, could you wash your hands?
Yeah, we never know. Look at the new fucking
No way. I would never wash my hands before I cut your leg off.
Yeah, the last guy that makes
wash my hands?
They're like, we don't need to. I already had this thing on fire for 20 minutes before,
Yeah.
This thing was already on fire. It's fine.
Guys, I've already shit twice. I've cleaned my hands with my own shit. I don't need to wash my hands before I operate on this guy. It's the Civil War. Come on.
Next thing, what? Then will you stop using leeches? Come on, man. Get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing? But you're gonna shit not in a bucket and have to throw it out every day? You're gonna have something that gets rid of the shit for you? Get out of here.
Yeah, Anytime I hear about that, dude, the way they
We
used to
we
do
used
that
to
back, could you imagine they used to just
the
chuck it
flush
out the front
toilet's been
window?
around
That's
for like
fucking
100
crazy.
years, guys. The flush toilet's been around for 100 years. We got electricity before the flush toilet. Just saying.
You know why?
Just saying.
Because
People don't give a shit.
no. It's a little bit. It's a little bit more like, dude, running a wire and connecting it, making sure it goes to the right place is actually less invasive to add to your house than indoor plumbing. Yeah. Let me put it to you that way.
Liam, we had thousands of years before we even thought electricity was a thing. We've been shitting since day one, dude. Day one.
I'm just saying, if you have a house that's already built and you need to add either of those two things, one is way less invasive.
Right. But one you didn't know was a thing, and the other one your body does automatically.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? They did actually used to have like a kind of plumbing, like ancient, like, I don't know if it was like Romans or whatever, but they had like, if you were on the
communal shit houses.
Well, no, and if you lived, now this is probably people with more money, but say you lived on like the second floor, yeah, you would sit on a throne like you do now, and it fucking just drops down like almost like a laundry chute right into fucking running water, and then I don't know where it goes to after that though,
dude,
because I doubt they had like sewer systems and water treatment.
Think about
a lot of people probably a lot of peasants downstream got sick if you didn't live.
Oh yeah, totally. Scurvy ran rapid, dude. So think about this, Liam. All right, this was a scenario. How cold is it out right now? It's like 10 degrees out, right?
Yeah.
It's freezing.
It's 11 right now. Yeah,
11 degrees. This was a scenario maybe 150 years ago where it's the middle of the night and you got to shit something awful and you never dumped out your fucking privy bucket or thunder mug or whatever the fuck they called it. So you're like, God damn it, I got to go outside and shit in the outhouse with these fucking animals and no lights and the fucking hole in the ground. Ugh, I wish I would have dumped out my shit bucket before I went to bed. That's legit a thought or something that someone has had less than 150 years from now or before. You know?
But who really shits at night? I like never shit at night, dude.
Hey, you don't know you have to until you have to, right?
Yeah, unless you're like sick. Plus, they probably ate stuff that was bad all the time back then. But they weren't grabbing stuff from the refrigerator, throwing it on the frying pan.
It was all organic. Trust me.
Yeah.
It was all organic. Yeah, buddy. So, all right. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, people that aren't adverse to change are the same ones that were like, we can't, we don't need the toilet paper without splinters. All right, we can get this toilet paper that has splinters. Toilet paper wasn't splinter free until like 100 years ago. SFYI. All right. Welcome to the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern, Podcasy, and that handsome son of a bitch is Liam Reese. Tonight, we're going to go over some comments of some commenting. Then, we're going to go over our picks from last week's Divisional Round. You're welcome. We're going to review our winners and losses, and we're going to go over our fantasy picks. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of hootenanny, and we're going to maybe do some more fantasy picking and do some stuff. All right. First things fucking last. Here we go. We're commencing to commenting. Bern, are you ready?
I'm ready, Matt. Let's hear what the people have to say.
Liam, are you handsome?
Ready.
Damn straight.
Ready and willing and able.
I asked if you were handsome. So, first comment comes off a video that, man, I should have done my research on this. So, do you guys remember this video is from a long time ago? God, I'd like to think who was, I didn't even watch it. That's how long ago it was. But it was the Italian chin flick. What does it really mean? Right? It's Bern. Do you remember this? The Italian chin flick explained.
We were doing gestures. Yeah, gestures.
Yeah. This was from, oh man, come on, tell me the date.
It's awesome that it came up this much later, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's a little less than a year. February 8th, 2025 is when it was posted. You know? So we posted it February 8th, 2025. The Italian chin flick. It goes over the history of it. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of forget what it was. I'll have to rewatch the video. Either way, first comment. Yeah. The first comment comes from Odin's Eyes 6259. You guys be really proud of me because Odin is spelled Odyn, and then it's Z, and then EYEZ. So Odin's Eyes. Odin's Eyes. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, good, dude. Good on me. Good on me. I'm getting better. Maybe I jinxed myself and I'm getting worse, but either way, Odin's Eyes 6259 left. They have a bunch of comments on this. They said it's a wild remember a running gag I thought was in Seinfeld, but it's not about instead of it's being from the chin, they did it from the nose, and it's like a funny bit. They even do a montage of the cast doing said nose flick. I know I cannot find any form of media regarding this, which is insane because even my mom did the gesture exactly the way I remember Elaine specifically doing it, but they literally don't do it in the show at all from what I can tell, and ChatGPT can't find anything on it either. I'm bugging out. And I was like, whoa. I was like, and then I responded saying, hey, do you think it was scrubbed from the internet? And then Odin's Eyes responded again. They said, I'm genuinely not sure. My best guess, it was a blooper reel from Seinfeld and not an actual moment from the show, therefore not properly documented, but I'm not insinuating anything, just wildly curious as to what I'm remembering. I said,
no,
okay.
Dude, it's one of those things. You know what I mean? It's like Berenstain Bears and
Mandela effect?
Yeah, Mandela effect. That's what it's called. It's fucking one of those, dude.
I asked him, I was like, did you ever see the blooper reel of Elaine getting into a fight with George's dad? It's fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
Jerry Stiller, right?
That one's good. Yeah.
Oh, they're in like the police station, and then she's got like, and he stands there like, you got a problem with me? Or something. Oh, buddy.
He goes, the line at the end, he goes, you want a piece of me?
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. And she couldn't no one could hold it in. Jason Alexander's rolling on the floor. You know, like Stiller was a genius. Absolute comedic genius.
Yeah,
and then Odin's Eyes responded to this by saying, absolutely, it was hysterical. I love Seinfeld humor. Like, that seems absent from the world today. I compare it to Always Sunny, but like raunchy humor, not dry, not the same feel. I said, I kind of agree. Curb Your Enthusiasm is great with it has the Seinfeld humor, obviously, and the Goldbergs has a somewhat softer version of the Seinfeld humor, but maybe there's nothing exactly like Seinfeld, but I don't think there ever will be. And that's the last of this comment string from this clip. What do you think, fellas?
Yeah, I'm saying it's Mandela effect. That's where it got lost. I think that guy saw something that happened, he remembered it, and now it's
just not Seinfeld.
That was just from a dimension he was in before that.
Whoa!
Because we're all in the Matrix right now. This is all simulation, dude.
That's right.
He was just in. They just kind of skipped him. They've dropped him in our simulation. You know.
Ah, welcome to the sim.
Yeah.
Okay. Next comment comes from the clip, the Stop Picking the Pats clip. Liam?
Like it. Love it.
The Stop Picking the Pats clip. This is from Jay Bjorkman 09. Jay Bjorkman 09, also known as James Bjorkman.
And he says, for the Pats.
He says thus. He says, they ran up the score at the end, smack my effing head, watch the damn game. And I said, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Them Pats, And then
Yorking it for the Lord.
Then we got some fun stuff here, Liam, and you're gonna enjoy this, Liam, because I know you love fun stuff, right?
I do.
You love fun. That's what I know about you. They call you Liam loves fun. This next one comes from at 89fish on 9. It's also fish on dash GSXR. God damn.
Fish on.
Fish on.
Yeah.
He left a comment on the stop picking the Pats clip, and it says, "Let's go Texans." And I responded by saying, "Not happening." And he responded by saying, "We shall see." And I responded by saying, "We shall." And then we got another response on the same response from Brian is the GOAT 6'9".
Yeah,
Brian is the GOAT 6'9". This kid is probably 12 years old. His also known as Next Gen Sports and Stuff Money is his full name. Brian is the GOAT. Oh, Brian is the GOAT 69. If it is a young kid, thank God for 69, huh? Thanks for keeping it alive,
how about
bud.
it? 42069, dude. Fucking party on.
So I responded by saying, we shall see. And he responded by saying, W for the Pats. And then he's like, you were saying, Mr., 89 fish on 9. And then he said, boom, Drake May for MVP. And I said, let him know. Let him know. And then I said, the AFC South is soft. SAWFT. Soft. And then Steven Jackson, 9952. Steve Jackson. Sorry, Mr. Jackson. Steven Jackson, former running back.
Rams running back.
Yeah, right.
Beast. He jumped in saying CJ Stroud quit after the first pick, but it's okay. This is Josh Allen's year anyway. Oh wait.
He ain't kidding. Dude,
And
CJ Stroud shit.
He shitted it up.
Hard.
He shitted it up, but good. He shitted it up, but good.
Mucked it all up.
But that's the AFC South. They didn't play anyone for the last half of the year. I mean, I wish someone would have brought that up when people were talking about it, how their weak schedule was going to affect them in the playoffs and all that. No, I mean, no one was speaking. Only like the true people that know ball were speaking on it. But
must have been the same genius that picked all the right games and slapping everyone in fantasy, right? Must be the smartest one.
It must be the same guy. It's the same guy. And then Brian is the GOAT responded to my witty banter and Steven Jackson's witty banter by saying LOL. And then he responded saying, this is Drake MVP, Drake May year. Yeah, I don't get it. And then I said, oh, feel bad for Josh Allen. He's a millionaire athlete that's married to a smoking hot actress. His life is so tough.
Yeah. Yeah, guy made 60 mil this year, dude. That's just this year.
Yeah, must be nice. What would you guys do with he's 60 mil. What would you do with 60,000? God, I just, oh my God, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with $60.
Yeah, $60.
$60 $60?
Yeah,
how about it?
I'd go pay a water bill.
Yeah, I might eat at a restaurant. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
But you work at a restaurant, Bern.
Yeah. I mean, like eat at a, be a patron.
Yeah,
you're be like, hey, can I get that dead chicken fingers that was left for an hour?
Not standing in the kitchen.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna just finish off this dead queso dip that's been in the window for 3 hours.
Correct, exactly. Yeah. I would eat sitting down.
Dude, I eat standing up a lot. Still, do you do that?
Yeah,
it's a
I can't get past.
I do it all the time.
I guess it never
I stand
goes
at the counter and eat. Yeah, I stand and eat all the time. Okay, last comment comes from our favorite retort, the one and only Omni112, William Handy. He left a comment on the predicting John Harbaugh to go to the Giants. That was us. He said, all those demands are crazy. F that.
Yeah.
Disagree.
I think it's a little bit much, but
I mean, the Giants didn't. Congratulations, Benuti.
Also, apparently the negotiations were held up a little bit because Harbaugh will be reporting directly to ownership, not Joel Shane. They wanted to make sure the power structure was in place. So the deal Harbaugh
So
got also
basically,
includes him.
Harbaugh's the GM.
Basically, Harbaugh is giving Joel Shane a 1-year tryout to keep his job as GM. And if Harbaugh's not
He
happy
is
with it at
not
the
going
end
to
of the
keep him
year,
after that year, dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
if he's not happy with it after this year, then he'll see him later.
I don't think it matters what he does after this year.
Oh,
He's gone.
buddy.
Probably
Shane
not.
is gone, Daddy. Gone. All right, speaking of, let's get to some stuff. Do we want to talk about the college national championship at all?
Yeah, we can. Did you see who they had up on the screen that didn't want to be on the screen? Everybody knew who she was, but had to pretend they didn't know who she was.
Yep.
Every-
Carson Beck's girlfriend.
Yeah, getting side-eyed from from their girlfriends and wives and shit.
Carson Beck is dating adult film actress Abella Danger. And
What?
yeah.
He
and,
is?
Yeah. And
Former guest of the show, friend of the show?
Yeah, she's been showing up at Miami games and looking the part. And they showed her, the cameraman, they zeroed in on her last night, and the joke was like that all these dudes sitting there watching the game with their wives had to just pretend that they had no idea who she was.
Dude, I don't think that was much of a joke. There's probably many husbands that were like, yeah, I don't know who that is. You know?
Yeah, I've never seen her before in my life. I definitely don't know what color her butthole is.
Oh, all right. So I saw something like that earlier where they're like the picture, and I'm like, wait, what? And then like from the angle, I couldn't recognize it was her. I obviously know who the fuck Abella Danger is, and that she's on air quoting saying she loves D in her mouth and all down her stuff. And like, God bless her, and God bless her, and God bless
America
her.
too. You know?
God, and that's the coolest
she's
thing
what's
about Carson
right
Beck.
with America.
That's the coolest thing about Carson Beck. Carson Beck's a whiny little nerd. All he did was talk about how, like, my love for football was really, really stoked this year after it was so hard being the number one quarterback in Georgia for the last couple of years. Carson Beck's on like a 6-year of eligibility. And
so he's like 40.
Yeah, he's like 40. Although the entire Indiana team was like 25. So we saw a weird one. We saw a weird one last night. And like I said,
so basically it was the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All these guys are in their mid-20s. Mendoza, I meant that he gives me the vibes of like, you didn't sign homework this week.
Go ahead, Liam.
Did you see their record against top 10 teams before this year?
It's insane.
Who?
And then what it was this year?
Oh, Indiana.
It was
one
like
of the
worst
most
programs
losing
in college
football
football
franchise
ever.
ever.
It was like 6 and like 115-1 until this year, and then they just fucking cleaned up, which what a crazy turnaround, dude. That's nuts.
I mean, the last 2. Oh yeah, dude. Everyone's been talking about it. They're gonna make a movie about it. It's a whole thing. Did you see? Do you guys know who Mike Kadick is? He works for Barstool. He was their starting center and captain last year. Did you see the thing too, where like Cignetti went up to him after the game? He's like, "Hey, this wouldn't have been possible without you." Like talk about validation. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Their center this year was a Notre Dame transfer.
Dude, that's the other thing too. I'll tell you this. Notre Dame deserved to be in that fucking playoff. Maybe they're not making it to the title game, but they're shaking shit up. Because they would, honestly, I think if they played Miami again, they'd win.
Listen, I was looking at some numbers the other day. At one point, 31.8% of all college football players were in the transfer portal this year. 31.8% entered their names into the transfer portal. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, once you put your name in there, they start replacing your position.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get, like, 31.8% of players put their name in, 31.8% of players are not moving. So I don't know what happens to these guys who put their name in the transfer portal, then don't get signed anywhere else, and then have to go back to college and be like, so is it cool if I'm still your safety? You know what I mean? And a lot of times the coach is like, yeah, no, you're good. We're good. We're good on you.
Yeah.
So it's a weird system.
Actually,
they got to figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah. They just got to sign them to multi-year deals. You know what I mean? Right? Where it's like, hey, you're with us for 2 years. Then now it's just the NFL junior, which it already was. Either way, pretty good game, pretty good stuff. Shout out Indiana. Good for you. Fun stuff. Moving on. Let's get to some NFL scores. Benuti, is this you?
Let's do it.
Give me 4 minutes. Give me the business.
Okay, guys, no triple shakes this week. All right. We had no triple shakes this week. Surprisingly enough. And First game of the week, me and Liam liked the Seahawks laying 7. Maddie put his faith in the San Francisco 49ers.
Boy, was I wrong.
That was a 41-6 Seattle ass kicking.
Oof. Seattle looked good.
Run that opening kickoff back 95 yards. And from that point forward, it was just like, I mean, what did San Francisco score 12 points on Seattle total the last 2 times they played? Like, absolutely.
Yeah, they got squashed.
Just crushed. That Seattle defense is terrifying. And their offense is good enough. They don't have to really, really do too much. San Fran, I think we were right. San Fran was just out of juice, man. Like, they just didn't have it. Everyone's hurt. They're super hurt. I'm interested in that story about the power station next to their practice facility. They're saying they're getting all these soft tissue injuries because the electromagnetic field is way off in San Francisco. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but it's definitely an interesting story.
Really? That's what they're saying.
Some guy did a study and was like, the electromagnetic field is like super intensified over there in their facilities, and that the injuries could lead to soft tissue injuries. And they looked at like the amount of Achilles and ACLs and stuff San Fran has had over the last couple of years versus the rest of the NFL. And they're like 26% higher than the average.
Fucking wild if it's true.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Liam?
If that's, I mean, there could be some truth to that. How the fuck would you know? And are they the only ones that have something like that next to their facilities and everything?
I mean, everyone's looking now. I guarantee it. They're all looking.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, San Francisco, they got a lot. That's like it's like a hub for all that IT stuff, right?
Yep. There's just power stations everywhere.
The hub for butt sex too, Liam.
Yeah.
All right, Bern, what's next, Daddy?
Let's see, fantasy implications from this game. I had McCaffrey. He was only good for 12 points. I had Smith and Jigba. He had like 3 catches for 9 yards and a touchdown or something like that. So he was good for 10. Let's see here. Kenneth Walker, the third. Liam, just absolute domination. He was good for 3 tutties in that game. Let me see. I have his numbers right here. The final 3 touchdowns. So if Darnold was injured at all, they got a nice little lead and then just said, we're just going to pound the rock for the rest of the game today. And they did. He ended up with 3 catches, 145 yards total, and 3 touchdowns for 35 points. And Maddie, unfortunately, had Zach Charbonnet, who left the game early with a knee injury. He's not expected to be season-ending. It's not structural damage, but Charbonnet was only able to rustle up a 2 for Maddie on that one.
This was like, I mean, this was my fantasy performance this week was subpar. It's almost like the AFC
that was a tough
South
break. That was a tough break.
Fantasy. Yeah. Thanks, Liam. Thanks for not rubbing it in.
I don't know.
No.
Moving right along. Moving right along. Buffalo and Denver. Liam took Denver, catching 1.5. They were actually 1.5 point favorites by the time this game kicked off. So same thing that happened the week before. Maddie and I took Buffalo. We had ourselves a very strange game. A lot of controversy. People mad at the referees. Josh Allen with 4 turnovers. But this game ended up in Denver's favor. Denver protects it at home in one of the weirdest situations of all time. That's a 33-30 overtime win. Josh Allen now 0-7 in overtime in his career. And Bo Nix breaks a bone in his ankle on a kneel down. And will miss the remainder of the postseason. So Jared Stidham will be playing quarterback for Denver Broncos this week against New England. Jared Stidham had 3 snaps this season. They were all runs. And last season, he played in 4 games. He had 11 snaps. He didn't throw the ball in any of those snaps either. So Jared Stidham has not thrown the ball.
4 starts. He's had 4 starts ever. He's 1-3.
Yep.
And the last start he had was the 24 season. So
do you think all of these guys?
2 years.
Do you think all of these guys just look up like Nick Foles 2017, and they're like, "That could be me"?
Yeah,
I could
I
be the
hope.
hero.
I hope he's
He did
trying to
it in
find the
6
Nick Foles
games.
juice.
I
yeah.
could do it in 2. I
Well,
could be the hero.
the funny thing
The
is,
good
let's say,
thing is he's on a good team. So
yep,
And the defense is killer.
Stidham. Well, Sean Payton has already started the propaganda. He's calling him Stiddy. He's like, oh, I know Stiddy's going to be ready. And I'm like, oh, he's got a nickname. So he calls him Stiddy. All of a sudden, I feel like Stidham's got a better chance to win. And the funny thing is, let's say go and win a Super Bowl. I mean, Jarrett Stidham literally has an opportunity to make himself like $80 million in 2 games.
Yeah.
Because if he goes on a run, if he goes on a little run here, someone's going to give him a shot.
Yeah.
Sure. Could be you. Could be me. Could be America. Moving on.
The Bills responded in this game by firing their coach, Sean McDermott, after 9 seasons. 115-50 was his record. He has a .662 winning percentage. That's 3rd highest amongst active coaches in the NFL. Buffalo decided to keep their general manager, who put together their dog shit defensive roster, but got rid of their
weak ass receiving core.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get that one at all. But
that was surprising.
I guess they're looking for a change, but
they're not going to change anything. It's going to be another guy coming in, deal with the same mess, asking Allen to fucking, make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And he's on borrowed time. If he had one receiver that was a fucking true number 1, they'd be heading into the fucking AFC Championship right now. You know what I mean?
I mean, they had Brandon Cooks was their leading receiver. He was on the couch 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, all right, next, the Battle of North Wales versus Lansdale. Liam liked Houston. Maddie liked New England. I laid on the New England side of this game. This game was 8 total turnovers in this game, including 4 picks by C.J. Stroud. Pats get it done 28-16. I'll tell you what, that Houston defense still looked incredible. They just got absolutely nothing.
So
no Nico Collins. Dalton Schultz left that game early in the middle of the first quarter. Stroud had no weapons and pretty much just pissed down his leg for the entirety of those 4 quarters.
Some of those throws after your first 2 picks, like stop just throwing and praying, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Your defense is holding up. Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't understand how you make those decisions after you've already had a rough go of it. After you've already thrown 2 picks in the first half, I don't understand how you keep, you know what I mean? How you keep at it where you're just slinging and praying. Makes no sense.
Praying and slinging.
No sense.
Sounds like my nickname in high school.
That's the killer of it, right? Is the more you keep turning the ball over. And for a while, like, I think after the first 3 turnovers, the Patriots had only scored 7 points off of them. So, like, inexplicably, you're still in this game. And, just didn't look comfortable
bailed him
there.
out so many times. You know what I mean? Yeah, and even with all those turnovers, how many times did he get bailed out, too? And them not even get points for it.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't do shit. That was embarrassing for Houston.
Sad commentary of our times, guys.
Yeah. And then in the game of the week, Chicago and the Rams. I like the Rams. You guys like Chicago. You got me by half a point here. Chicago catching 3.5 at home. The Rams ended up kicking this overtime field goal, 20-17. Unfortunately, after one of the most incredible throws anyone has ever seen.
That was unreal. That play was unreal. They have something
live on air.
I don't care what happens. I don't care what anybody says about him. But
Caleb Williams.
He is special. Like, if they keep building that team around him, they are not going anywhere, dude. If he can do that in that big of a game, you know what I mean? And fucking there was at least 3 or 4 of them breathing down his neck when he made that throw off the back of his foot. That is incredible, dude. There's maybe like 2 other quarterbacks in the league that are athletic enough to even do that.
What is Chicago missing?
The ball traveled 47 yards in the air. Caleb Williams was credited with a 14-yard touchdown because that's what the line of scrimmage was.
Yeah, he was back at like the 4. Yeah, it was
40.
Nuts, dude. It was nuts. And then they lost. That sucks. That sucks so bad.
What a
Could you imagine being in Chicago's, being in the stands? You watch that play in the stands.
You're freezing
In Chicago. You're probably like, yes, it's fucking happening.
It's
You
meant
know
to
what I
be.
mean? And
the
then,
miracle's alive.
yep. And then no go.
No go, Danny.
No go.
The
That's-
Rams,
that's
the Rams go
Chi-town
out.
for you.
They play a tough one against the Panthers, find their way through. They play a tough one against Chicago, find their way through. And we forgot to do. Let's see here from this game. 20 points for Caleb, 20 fantasy points for Caleb Williams, and 9 points from Colston Loveland. 27 points, 2 touchdowns from Kyron Williams for a 27. Only 11 points for Puka. Weather seemed to bother Puka a little bit. Stafford only with 10, 258 passing yards, no touchdowns, no picks, and 4 from Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams to Seattle. But...
Devontae Adams had 2 catches for 12 yards each. Didn't catch a ball until the fourth quarter. And other than that, what we missed, Hunter Henry had 1 point for Matt. RJ Harvey had 11 points for Matt. Sutton had 9 points for Liam. And Josh Allen had 27 for Liam. Liam smoked us this week. 10 for JSN and 14 for James Cook for me. So our fantasy scores this week, Liam with 109, me with a 65, Matt with a 28, bringing our fantasy scores to Liam leading the pack at 191, me trailing at 136, and Matt bringing up the rear at 108. Remember, the top 2 scorers will face off in the Super Bowl.
Hey, you guys better figure it out because I think I know where I'm going.
Yeah, I think I know
look
too.
at you, fucking Johnny Big Dick over here. Real handsome dick because you got a nice handsome dick. All right, moving on. We're making our picks for next week, then we're drafting.
That's right.
All right, let's do it. Schmigley, what do we got, Daddy?
All right. Hold on one sec there. I just had it pulled up.
I'll hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
First game so both these games are happening Sunday. First game is at 3:00. You got the Patriots at the Broncos. Patriots are favored by 5.5. I honestly thought it would be a little bit more than that. Instead of playing QB, which I don't know, kind of feels like a trap. Kind of feels like they're trying to lure you into taking the Broncos. Yeah. I guess I have to go with the Patriots. I don't
you
believe in
do?
Stidham because.
Oh, you do? Oh my God, Liam!
Yeah, against a second string quarterback that's had 4 starts.
If Bo Nix was in there,
if Bo Nix was in, I would 100%. But yeah, if Bo Nix, I don't even think the Patriots would be favored if Bo Nix was playing.
No, this is probably like a 7-point swing. Like the Denver's probably a 1.5 or 2 point favorites if Bo Nix is playing in this game.
All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna take the Patriots. I know, shocker. They're the high income area of the NFL, so I'm taking the Patriots. Go ahead, Bern.
I don't think Bo Nix is good enough for a 7-point swing to his backup quarterback, so I am gonna take Denver here. I think this is a spicy little line. I think
you didn't want to shake.
No,
you don't want to shake.
They're looking at this going, the Patriots by 1 million. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like this might be a sneaky Denver spot.
Then don't fucking shake. Then don't shake. If you don't want to shake, don't shake. No one's making you shake.
I'm taking the Broncos.
All right, go ahead, Sally. What's next?
All right. Next we have at 6:30, we have the Rams at the Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 2.5. That's right. Going with the Seahawks, man. Seahawks are at home. I'm taking that home advantage because I think this is pretty even game. Both teams are looking pretty fucking good right now. So
I mean, I'll tell you, is it the are the Rams battle tested and just came out of a fucking heavyweight battle and gave all they got and shot their load, or now they're fucking primed and won't be stopped? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know which is which? The Seahawks are fucking. They're both.
This game, it's going to be a fucking awesome game. I know that.
It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Yeah.
Daddy. This is also third time they're playing this year. Third time. And what are they, 1-1?
Yep, they split.
Wow.
It's going to be an awesome game.
The rubber match.
I'll tell you, if one team had won twice, I would take the other team. It's so tough to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. But they're
Especially
each
in your
1-1.
division. Oh, no,
Yeah.
they're not in the same. Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're in the same
yeah.
division. They're both NFC West.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
back-to-back
my
years
point
where
stands.
divisional teams
Yeah.
make it to the NFC Championship. Oh, no kidding. Okay. Man. You know what? Give me the Rams. Just for fun.
Taking the Rams.
Taking the Ramboskis.
Ram it up your ram hole, LaFleur.
Whoa! Cram it!
Yeah, that's a tough one, dude.
It's such a coin flip. I'm going to take the Rams just because they're getting points. I can see either team winning this game. I can see this being a 1-point game. Give me the Rams. Should we pick a score for this one for a tiebreaker?
Yeah. Liam, pick your score.
24-20 Seattle.
27-21 LA.
27-21. I want to go 20-17 Rams.
Ooh, low. All right. Let's go. Time to draft. Doing the fantasy stuff. Who gets the first pick?
Liam, you get to choose where you want to pick.
I will pick second.
All right.
I'm going to stay at third. Maddie's going to stay at first. So we have not changed our order thus far this year. Pretty funny stuff.
So it's like, do I Drake May or do I Stafford? What do I do?
To May or not to May? Am I right?
Liam's on it.
I mean, the Seahawks, I don't know. Give me Drake May. I'll take Drake May.
Drake May.
There's only 2 quarterbacks.
I will take, surprise, Puka Nacua.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Old Pookie.
Guys, we should mention that for this, we are you have to take a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver and a pass catch and a wide receiver. The next 2 spots can be flexes because we're not going to force everybody here to take 2 running backs because some of these teams only have 1. So
love it.
Every team might not have 2 running backs.
Every rose has its thorn.
I am going to take. Now I could do something real funny here.
Be funny.
I have a funny idea.
Be funny.
I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do something real funny here. I'm going to take Kenneth Walker and Kyron Williams.
Oh, you fucker.
I am going to take 2 running backs just to jam you guys up.
Well, we're jammed up good. We're jammed up nice and good. All right. With Schmigs.
Kenneth Walker and Kyron Williams you took, huh?
Yeah, he's you know what, Liam? It's what you might not know this term. It's what they call he's a cunt.
Yeah, I just thought that would be the funniest move to take 2 starting running backs and leave one of you guys.
No, you're a cunt.
Hanging.
Just be a cunt.
Well, in that case, I have pretty much no choice but to take Stevenson, Ramondre Stevenson.
From the Patriots?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not taking Harvey then? Well, is Harvey playing?
Yep.
All
He's
right,
a Bronco, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, but do I have any other choice? I mean, no, I don't have another choice. I got to take Harvey then.
If you want a starter.
Yeah. All right, so I'll take Harvey. And then for a wide receiver, give me old JSN. Why not?
All right, back to Liam.
I'll take Oh, I'll take Stephon Diggs.
Whoa, old Stefan,
Yep.
old Steffi Diggers.
Yep.
All
I think
right.
I think Devontae's kind of running out of gas.
Well, we're going to give him another shot. I'm going to take Stafford and Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Oh wow, quarterback. Oh man, you could. Yeah, I guess you could wait forever to get a quarterback because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can now.
Liam can now.
Now I can. Now he'll just be my last pick. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's my turn now, right?
It's
Yeah.
your turn. You want to handcuff those running backs in New England, Liam? I know you want to.
No, not so much.
Yeah.
I will take. You know what I will take?
Who are you gonna take?
I will take Cooper Kupp.
I was looking at that.
Up.
I was looking at that. All right, my turn then.
2 to you, Maddie.
Oh man. How about I want a tight end. So maybe do I want a tight end? I don't know. Give me God, who's gonna be throwing it the most? Oh man, this is
We have
tough
two
when
more
it's-
picks left, right?
Yeah, last two.
Maddie has 2, Liam has 1, and I have 1.
Can I have Hunter Henry
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't think the Broncos are gonna be throwing it much. Call me crazy. Oh man. Oh man. But there's already been Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith and Jigma and Kenneth Walker off the board in Seattle, and they're like their three biggest wide receivers, you know. So, and Stephon Diggs is off the board. Oh man. I guess Colby Parkinson.
Double tight ends. All right.
Yeah. Thought I'd do it. Maybe they're gonna be close. You know what I mean? I'm hoping for some red zone stuff, you know.
There you go, Maddie, with a 2 tight end set.
Do you like that, Daddy?
Oh, okay. So it's 5 play. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take Sam Darnold then.
Right.
Oh.
And
Sammy
Cortland Sutton's sitting there, but like Maddie said, I don't think he'd be throwing the ball a ton. I'm going to go with Kayshon Boutte from the Patriots.
Woo!
Boutte.
Gotta ride that booty.
That's booty, son.
All right,
That's
here we go.
booty.
Maddie's rolling with Drake May, RJ Harvey, JSN, and the double tight end set of Colby Parkinson and Hunter Henry. Liam's going Sam Darnold, Ramondre Stevenson, and 3 pass catchers in Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and Steph Diggs.
That's going to be my salvation, baby.
Yeah.
Those 3 wide receivers.
I'm rolling with Stafford, Kenneth Walker III, Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams, and Kayshon Boutte in a traditional quarterback.
That was a good move, though.
2 wide receiver.
Getting Walker and Kyron Williams, you're probably going to smack on one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I just thought it was funnier too. It's just a fun.
It's great. Great content.
If not both.
Great. Nice. All right. Well, that does it for tonight. We're good. We're out of here. Speaking of being good and out of here, this is the Working Perspectives Podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern, Podcasy, and that handsome bastard is Liam Reese. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Hang out with us on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. We bring you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks. See you.